that was one.
There's another one that has with the.
They did the thing, though.
With Chinese.
You're running, buddy.
Oh
Girl, he can play crazy. I think so.
Oh,
That was good. That's another one.
Yeah, that movie I had you watch with him in it. That was a true story, though.
That was
sad.
So chapter 11 is dietary laws, that's what we're getting into.
Yes, sir.
And with this will break down all the questions we get, like why can't y'all eat pork and all that.
It was Lifetime, right?
And this chapter,
It was
bro,
Lifetime, right?
you would think the way,
But it was on Lifetime movie network.
I'll say it again, too. You think when Christian be going crazy about
I think it's
pork and this and that, you think
Lifetime.
that the whole book of Leviticus is about, like the dietary law. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a chapter. A chapter. And then it's repeated in Deuteronomy 14.
Oh, Pluto.
Oh, you watching on Pluto?
Yeah, it was one of them. I didn't have It's just slow.
It's just, yeah.
They could have done it in one
And
part.
you know, keep it at the top. Head to the top, bro.
Check. Head to the top, yeah. Like.
I know, your head's quite almost down. I know, now you're happy. I'm so
right?
glad you're happy.
And all praise to the Most
He had to calm down.
Yeah.
Like a SpongeBob meme, we're like,
We're recording, but I can always edit this for you.
I'm gonna go get my Bible.
Whenever you're ready.
Alright. Let's go ahead and get into the lesson, right? It's only food, right? Why all the fuss? Check. Alright.
That's it.
Alright. Like I said, it's only food. Why all the fuss? We are about to go into a controversial, depending on who you speak with, controversial section of the Torah, right? Where we are talking about the dietary laws. Like I mentioned to the brothers a little earlier, you would think that the entire book of Leviticus is talking about the dietary laws, because the prohibitions and we can't do this, we can't do that, and Jesus cleared this up for us, and this. So what we're gonna do, we're really gonna go line by line. We're gonna look at it. I'll get some feedback from y'all, and we're gonna move accordingly. Now, I'm gonna do a disclaimer. There might be something that you may disagree with, and that's fine, but for your edification, right? So, with that being for your edification, if you see something in there and you say, I don't know about that, it's your duty to do what? Study matter out. Study, right? Alright. So, you got anything, bro?
Yeah, well, y'all know the script. I was going to try to find it. What was that group of people that studied the matter out all night? The Laos, I forgot who it was. They studied that, yeah, I forgot who it was. They studied the matter out all night. They searched the scriptures diligently. Yeah, you know the scripts I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
I do.
I know what you're talking about.
It said that he sought after.
It was a group of people.
Yes.
Starts with a B, right? Or
But Berean? No. Is it
the Berean?
Berean?
that's all I thought it was Koreans or.
That's what I had, but I can't think of it. Y'all like that's what I like about this. Yeah, Acts 17:11.
Okay, I'm like, man.
Acts 17:11.
Yeah, show is. Boom, I got it. Yeah. It is the Berean.
Yeah, see, I know what's up with me.
Yeah, you said it right.
You want to go ahead and bring it out?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Acts 17.
We're recording right now, right?
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, no, I'm just making sure that we are.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Hallelujah. They get a chance to hear everything, right? I'm reading out, I think, yeah, Acts 17:11. Okay, yeah. Verse 10. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogues of the Jews. These were more noble, than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. That's all I say.
Thank you.
See your point.
Thank you. To search out the matter, right?
Right.
So let's stay sober minded and let's go through it and search out the matter, right? Okay, but first, this is what we are attempting to do. Alright? So let's go ahead and let's get this started.
Oh, yeah.
We are learning
To walk through the obedience to the Torah together, building Ava and Ava, from the Ab to the Elad, in the Ruach, Yeshua, ben Yahuwah. Alright, make sure we got, because we got to go over this with sometimes, you know what I'm saying? What is Ahava?
Love.
Alright. What is Anva?
Meekness.
Hallelujah. And what is the Ab? You know what I'm saying? The Father. To the what? To the Elad, which is
Child.
the child. So who's in between?
Everybody. The white.
Everybody. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. I keep getting a minute answer there. And then the only reason why we did this is because once again, like kind of people may say it differently, right? So we just did the lettering, the Hebrew lettering for Yahuwah, the Ruach, Yeshua, Yahuwah ben Yahuwah. Oh my God. Ruach Yeshua ben Yahuwah, sorry. Yohei, the Bayith. That was it. Hallelujah.
Anva.
Yes. Oh my. Trying to make a point now.
Oh, you're looking at yourself. Oh, okay.
Anva. Sisters of Thunder, yes. Okay.
That's our name
No,
now.
all right.
Yeah.
I think it even worked.
All right, so,
One way.
yeah. So, quick recap. What did we just go through in Leviticus chapter 10? There's a lot of it. But just give me the key points.
Was it offering?
Offering.
It was the first day after the consecration.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
Yes.
sun
That's
god.
right. Which was interesting. The first verse talks about what? Because we talked about this during Sukkot. Sukkot, how many days are you doing for?
You have to sanctify it.
Right. How many days do you Sukkot for?
Oh.
7.
Yeah.
But then they always like to do a celebration on me.
8 days.
That's right. So then it starts off with an offering on the 8th day after the consecration of the priest. Man, this is the.
Yeah.
I mean.
And it kind of coincides with what we're supposed to do with the circumcision, too, right?
Yeah, on the 8th day.
Yeah, you are supposed to do it on the 8th day as well, circumcised. It's as if you circumcision as well, though. To the Most High. This is crazy. Yeah.
Because it actually is the two turtle doves.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on. But yeah, man, y'all are absolutely right.
Not one French king.
Or
It was normal here.
Or here we go.
they even got that.
Yeah. But quail is nice. But anyway, so look at here. So one of the issues that we kind of run into with in opposition, right, is with our Christian counterparts, is when we say we obey these dietary laws, right? Not just laws, statutes, and commandments, but this one specifically. They say, why are y'all doing that? You're being legalistic. Jesus made everything clean, right? So that means we can eat anything that we want, right? But they're missing some things in there. There's a reason why Yah set up a dietary law what he did, because you're gonna see at the very end of the lesson what it leads into. Okay? So y'all's gonna, it's that whole, crawl, walk, run theory, okay? Alright, so let me go to a verse that is always used against what we believe.
Right.
Matthew 15, 11 through 20. Can I get a reader, please? Okay, that's it. Thanks.
I'm at. I was already in that.
Hand up, hand up. Hand up
Make
on
sure
the mic.
your hand is not too.
It's on that, it's on that. It's
Make sure your hand is not too.
just a little bit up there.
Get ready
Like,
to make it sound nice.
but they got the big hand. I'll leave it.
Not that which goeth into the mouth, not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man. Then came his disciples and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard this saying? But he answered and said, Every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Declare us this parable. And Jesus said, Are ye also yet without understanding? Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever entereth in at the mouth goeth into the belly, and is cast out into the draught? But those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile a man, or the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, theft, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man.
See, right there, it tells, so we ain't got to do the lesson. Right there, Mashiach just said, hey, you can eat whatever you want. Didn't we just get all that out of that verse? Right? No? Not at all, right? Okay.
Nah, yeah. Y'all are a different kind of crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we was in the church, they.
But they don't even teach them, though, let's just be for real, they don't teach you that has anything to do with food. When we're there, like they only teach that when they're coming against somebody, but not like when we're there. They don't say like, oh yeah, and this is when Jesus said that all food was clean. But if you look into the New Testament though, and you look at certain spots actually added into the NIV and parentheses, where it says, and this is when Jesus made all food clean.
Yeah, and you look even in the Greek and it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That goes to that, thou shalt not add
or take away. It's like a curse being put on you if you do that. Who would do that?
I don't know who did
Man,
that, but they're going to answer big because that's straight a lot of people.
You already know who did it. It was the Catholic Church, because when they had us in bondage 40+ years ago, they made sure to give us the scraps and the worst types of the animal, worst parts of the animal. And they knew, what was it? It was Balaam, right? He said he can't curse us, but we can get us to curse ourselves. So, and then like, growing up, we're always told like black people have the highest rates of, heart failure and heart attacks and cholesterol and blood pressure. That's because we eat animals that we're not supposed to be taking.
Right.
That's why, and it was done by design.
And let's be fair. At this point, it's not just the Christian faith who's doing that. There are groups who follow that same level of doctrine. So we're gonna be fair across the board. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So
Man for Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw them too.
Yeah.
What you're saying, I agree with you, but like even like in Africa, for example, they still eat pork, but they don't have all those diseases. Because also the way the meat is treated here, what they put in the meat, it's not and I'm not talking about pork per se, but you don't even raise the animal here to make sure that it eats right and everything right. And here it's like full of full of hormones and stuff like that. So that's really what makes
That's really
us
what
sick.
makes it.
And I want to go ahead and say, because I'm glad you brought that up. We haven't had the conversation. Now go ahead and, we thought it was going to be later on, we're going to say this, but that's why if you have a naysayer, right? And let's say you have a naysayer. Let's say you have a naysayer, whatever you want to call it, atheist, whatever. And they may say, well, so you saying that God made something that wasn't good?
Yeah.
And it's like, no. When he created everything,
Everything has a
he
purpose.
said he was good. Exactly.
It's not good to eat.
There you go. It's just about eating.
Yeah.
This is the eating portion, everybody.
The pig is not evil.
Right, it's
It's
not
not
like
an evil thing.
you can pet a dog, you can pet a pig, you can do whatever, you can do whatever.
You can have a guinea pig.
So we'll get that. Like, we'll probably have to repeat it like that.
Yeah,
Everything has its place. Everything has its
Yeah,
place.
everything has its place. Yeah.
Exactly.
So to your point, yeah, people may eat it the whole night, but that doesn't necessarily, we're not commanded to do so.
To do so.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
That's the whole. Now, you want to get into other stuff, yeah, we can get into other stuff, but that's what we're not commanded to do. You know what I mean?
And that's a key point, especially when we start reading, getting into these verses, right? We're not commanded to do that.
Right.
Not just because it carries this disease or that or this that. So there's other reasons, right?
Right.
That Yah has. Okay. All right. So here are. I noticed something when we were in Matthew 15. Okay, use the word defiled. So the question was in my mind, what's the difference between defiled and unclean? Because that verse clearly said, it's not when washing hands is not what defiles a man, right? It didn't say make the man unclean. So when you come against that kind of an argument, let's see what it means to be unclean and what it means to be defiled. Okay? All right, let me get let's get a reader real quick.
You want to read again?
It's just right on the screen.
It is from it.
Where is it at?
Right here.
Oh, that.
Unclean describes a state of impurity. Something is unclean if it does not meet the standards of purity, holiness, or hygiene. Defiled describes an action or event. It is the process of polluting, staining, or spoiling something that was previously clean.
Oh, say that last part again.
That was previously clean.
Okay.
And in unclean, there's not a way to become clean again.
Mm-hmm.
To rinse around and rinse it off? No. I mean, we're gonna run into
I
that.
was about to say.
Yeah, we're gonna run into
Okay,
that.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we know.
Because
You get ready for something else.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, you know, and yes, there's a point.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Get ready for the systems. That's all you looking at right now.
All right. So big takeaway. Describe a state of impurity, right? Unclean. Something is unclean if it does not meet the standards. Does not meet the standards, right? So does that only go for food? Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna get into Leviticus 11, right? So now I'm gonna start asking you a few questions to get a level of understanding to see where our heads are, right? So, what are the two factors that separated clean from unclean beasts on earth?
Just a couple of factors.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
Y'all know it because y'all.
Beasts.
What's a couple things that distinguish
What the
what was?
hooves look like. Dividing the cud or chew the cud.
What thing?
Or how they ate.
Give it to the, give one of y'all demons like.
47. But we'll get there.
Okay. All right. So chewing the cud and what?
And
They have the hooves.
Somebody even talked about the skin.
Scale.
Scales and scales.
And the scales,
Yeah.
yeah.
The scales. Who is confused about anything that's going on right now? Do you understand what's going on right now? Because I wanted to make sure that everybody's understanding, right? So, what is unclean mean to you? To you. You don't have to talk about it.
Just being dirty.
Dirty, right? What is being clean?
Like, well taken care of.
Well taken care of. I like that answer. I like that answer. I'm not argue with that. All right, so I'm gonna let you read Leviticus 11, 1 through 8 for me.
And Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe and Aaron, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Whatsoever parts of the hoof, which is cloven footed, and choose and cut it among the beasts that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he chews the cud. But divides not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the coney, because he chews the cud, but divides not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he chews the cud, but divides not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, though he divides the hoof, and be cloven footed, yet he chews not the cud, he is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
Okay, thank you. All right, the very first verse, just like every very first verse in the scripture, right? There are three parties being spoken to, right? It says, and Yahuwah spoke. So this is the first thing we need to acknowledge, that the Creator is speaking, right? And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe and Aaron, saying to them, Speak to the children of Yasharel. So this is specifically for the children of Yasharel, right? What everybody else is doing and eating, and to that question, why would God create this? Okay, the children of Yasharel are adherent to the orders of this Creator, our Creator, who created us, and He said to follow these instructions, right? So these are the instructions we're going to follow. So, yes.
Does it mean that the nations can eat them?
No. But who is He speaking to?
So, before that, was it, did they not know they could eat anything that was unclean at that time? Or was everything like free hands at that time?
So, I don't usually like to answer a question with a question, right? But, is this the first time we hear of clean and unclean animals in the scriptures?
No.
Right. So there is a concept of something being clean and unclean. If we go all the way back to Genesis 7, right?
So this is going into detail.
This is going into detail, exactly. So there's a concept of something being clean and unclean and offered up as a sacrifice. So we see it through Noah, we see it through Abraham, we see it through all our ancestors before the commandments of Yahweh were codified, were written down. Okay?
So you think that it was for the children of Yasharel that was abiding by, that had the other nations around them, it was kind of like confusing what was good to eat and what wasn't?
The reason why I say this is for the children of Yasharel, right? Because we're supposed to be what?
Set apart.
Set apart, but a kingdom of what?
Kings and priests.
And what are we supposed to be to the nations?
Set the example.
A light. So, as being a light, we have to consume the information, walk in that information, and then say, hey, look, y'all stop doing this. Why? Because I've studied this. The Father says to not do this. Why are we not doing that? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
We're about to find out why it should make sense to leave this stuff alone. Because we are light, right? And we are priests, and we are kings. And it's our responsibility as servants and as sons and daughters of the Most High. And this is our responsibility to teach them. Not to ignore them and say, oh, this is us. This is only us. No, we have to learn this to be able to teach the other people who don't know this, who are walking in sin. So we can be a light and an object to say, okay, that's what Yah looks like. That's what the Creator looks like. Because you're not looking at the flesh, you're looking at the Ruach, right? So we have to worship Him in what?
Spirit and truth.
Exactly.
Man, that's good, man. I I just definitely put it like this. This ain't the first time.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening, what you're seeing right now in history is not the first time. You just not brought up Noah, right? You brought up Noah the whole night, right? That's where you was getting. That's where you were trying to get at.
Yeah.
But we're coming out of what? We're coming out of bondage
Yes, sir.
in Egypt, and then this even happened again after another bondage. We had to do the exact same thing again. And which time? At least we know that we see it in full flame was Nehemiah.
Yeah.
You saw that we had to learn everything all over again.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you just seeing nothing but it's just.
Rinse and repeat.
Even right now, I would venture to say we're having to do this again.
Yeah.
For how many years it's gonna take in this awakening?
And there's always been somebody who knew.
Yeah.
That's the difference. There's always, it's just maybe if it's even two people, there's
Right.
always been somebody left that knew so that they could teach and continue and like, because, you know, like that's just,
And
we
isn't
need
it
to hear
crazy?
it. We
Isn't
need
it
to hear
crazy?
it.
You had slaves coming off them slave ships that was still speaking Hebrew.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is all written down.
Yes,
Yes.
it's all
This is
written.
crazy.
Yes.
Getting dropped off in various places, the whole nine, and then what's name had needed a translator or something like that. He came. Columbus.
Yeah.
Came with came with a couple of them.
Yep.
We ain't trying. I know you.
Great. Yeah.
But this is good because you just not had to bring up. Hey, they're iterations of time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're good, you're good. So if I ask, let's see. Man, what is cud?
Not sure.
Not sure.
If you don't know, it's just
Yeah, it ain't.
Do you know what cud is? Okay. All right, so we're gonna figure out what cud is and what the split hoof means, right? So, let me ask anyone, right? Does anyone know what cud is? This for all this all. Ayana. Yeah.
From my understanding, since grass and things like grass are kind of hard to digest, animals who chew cud, they take the grass, they put it in like one of their stomachs, and then they bring it back up to chew it again to kind of help digest it further. So cud is like, it's just what they eat, but it's already in their stomach already. They kind of like burn back up, chew it. So it's
Got
so they can digest it.
Y'all are looking stuff up. So why y'all looking it up? Why is it important that they do that?
Because it needs to. Yeah, well, they have to be able to break it down so that everything doesn't go. They have to be able to break it down, all the enzymes and different things within their stomachs have to be breaking down, because I also know that there's like multiple like stomach type situations too. So like they have to be able to break that down, because then when we do consume it, we're not consuming toxins and poison. Well, at least we shouldn't be if they're eating the things, because it'll soak into the meat. And then it also, for the nutrition for themselves, they're getting all that nutrients, and then when we eat them, then that's like the best nutrients that they're getting out of that as well when they eat that. From what I understand.
Anybody else?
A lot of times, like, animals have, like, different stomachs, stuff like that, you know, varies from types of animals. So, animals that, of course, you know, eat cud, maybe they just have, like, a certain, like, type of, like, stomach that, like, oh, I can't process that, so I'm gonna process it in this stomach that can handle that type of breakdown, and then I'll, like, eat it and put it in the stomach that I can actually, like, use directly.
Okay.
So, in a more simplified manner, the chewing of the cud, the animals that do that and have a broken hoof, it is a purification, like Aaliyah just said. It's getting it's either assimilating or getting rid of the toxins that's in that grass or soil. That's why certain plants and animals themselves, they are used to help purify or make the land healthy. And then certain ones like a cow, they actually have a good enough purification system built into it, weird, like a built-in antivirus that they can eat. Even ground that's not the best condition, because we know the ground here in Babylon is poison, but yet they purify what they eat well enough with their multiple stomachs where we can still digest them. And then the excrement that they excrete with the cow patties, that goes back into the soil and it takes all those poisonous toxins and puts it where it needs to be, where it can later be distilled by the rainwater, which again purifies the land and pushes any further toxins deeper into the earth where it won't affect us that's on the surface.
That's why I want him to go back. He is thorough.
You gave us every single box of it, yes.
Not the Ori. That's why I like to go first. And you back clean up. All right. All right.
You summarize the
Yes. All right. So let's see. All right. Let me see. Who wants to read? You want to read again? All right. And then Maggie, we can. All right. So this is going over shooting the cud. So
can you read that for me?
So exactly like our brother Ori was saying, right? But this, so you can read it, right? And then, so if you want to go back through this and some people are questioning you, here's the information right here. Like I said, I implore you to go and do the research yourself also to understand what these words are. Don't just read cud and just, well, because it you could, you know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
You want me to read the whole entire thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Just make sure you have the hand off the end.
Nah, you got
You got to back on.
it. Takes Go ahead.
Alright. Initial swallowing. The animal swallows tough plant material, like grass, quickly, and it goes directly into the first part of the stomach, the rumen. Microbial fermentation. In the rumen, bacteria and microbes ferment the food and begin breaking down hard to digest fibers, cellulose. Regurgitation, the gut. This partially digested softened mass of food is pushed back up from the stomach to the mouth, where the animal re-chews it to a pulp. Maximum nutrients extraction. Rechewing increases the surface area of the food. When swallowed a second time, it passes into the remaining stomach chambers for a final digestion and nutrients absorption.
I'll read the last part. I want to turn this back on.
I get it.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah. This cycle maximizes nutrient extraction from fibrous diets that other animals couldn't process.
That's the key point right there. That other animals can't process. So overall, and we'll get into the next slide too. This is your creator telling you what to eat and how to do and what not to eat. You see this right here? We were told to do this how many thousands of years ago? Thousands of years ago. Say thousands of years ago, right? Because a creative mind, a creator, had to already know this for a people, right? That you're going to get the greatest amount of nutrients from this particular type of animal, right? It's not just, oh, you found those balls. No, we're getting the greatest amount of nutrients from these particular animals right here, right? So that if we're getting the greatest amount of nutrients from these animals, what does that mean about the other animals? It's a simple mathematics, right? Okay.
And even us, like as humans, that's what I was telling Amaziah, like we are told to chew so many times before swallowing. And that gives time to your brain to get all the nutrients that you need in your body so you don't overeat.
Exactly. And you have people like me I have GERD, right? Acid reflux. So there's certain foods and drinks that I just can't consume because it literally burns my throat.
Yeah.
And it does my body no good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So if anybody has GERD, you know what I'm talking about.
Heartburn.
Yeah. One time I was on the bed, like, I felt like, oh man, just do it to me now.
It's like a fire in your chest. Like,
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
You gotta choose some
pain.
All right. Now this is the split hood versus the non-split hood. All right. So we're talking about the split hood versus the non-split hood animals, right? This is why. There's always a why to it. So stop just looking at the scripture and say, well, y'all said so. Because the non-believer is not going to go with y'all said so.
Oh no.
He's not going to go with that.
No, unfortunately not.
Would you go nephew, would you go for it if somebody says, hey, you gotta believe in these little elves that have been flying around? And you say, well, I haven't seen them. Well, they're around. Trust me. Right? We don't do that because it doesn't sound right. Right? Logically, it doesn't sound right. But if you're able to present why, a lot of people want to know the why. And that's when you start getting understanding. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I think that's what
Split hook animals, ruminant. These animals have multi-chambered stomach that ferments through tough plant material. This highly effective digestive process yields more saturated fats and bioavailable energy, which is often stored as tender melt in the mouth fat deposits. Non-split hood animals, monogastrics. Animals in the horse family have single-chambered stomachs because they extract fewer calories and nutrients from the same amount of vegetation. They generally carry less fat and build leaner, more heavily utilized muscles. This naturally results in a tougher, chewier meat. Toughness ultimately depends heavily on the animal's age and which specific muscle you are eating. Even with tender split-hoof animals, muscles that are used for daily movements, like the legs or the shoulders, will be much tougher than muscles that do little work, like those along the spine.
All right. We just learned something today, right?
So they be eating them baby backs.
Yeah. So,
baby back.
I don't want mine.
all right. So now we have an understanding of what cud is, what an animal chewing the cud means, and what a split hoof versus a non-split hoof animal, and why, right? The toughness of it, lacking nutrients, the same thing, right? So the way the Most High broke these laws down in Leviticus that we're told not to look at anymore, right, is beneficial not just for us as Israel to the point, right, but for all people, because we have this digestive system, right? So if we digest food a certain kind of way, that's just kind of like how they tell us we should not eat certain kind of foods. Why? Because of high blood pressure, this, and we say, can I really not eat it?
Yeah, I know.
What's up, bro?
Can we eat camel?
No.
That is a great question. No.
Rhinoceros?
Oh, no.
No.
You're gonna find that meat.
First of all,
It's a hell of a fight to even kill.
huh?
What about giraffe?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yes.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we
neck
can
can
eat
be
your-
eaten.
Oh, it can? You can eat it. It has a
Neck
full
bones, yeah.
I didn't know that. Cool.
It's the ultimate neck bone. Multiple necks.
I didn't
Threw
realize
y'all for a loop, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, it's amazing
They
thing.
really could. And
They might not never find that giraffe.
they found it.
Oh, okay. They might not find it.
No, they about to make a brisket. Yeah, Texas.
It's a hell of a neck bone, man. Where did you get this from? I'll tell you later.
You can't store that,
We can put all that meat in.
Goodness, just a leg.
They don't never find that giraffe. I didn't know we could eat that. But now I know, boy. You better be glad.
Okay, leave them alone.
Alright.
Now you're gonna go
What
to
food
the
are...
It's not even a hard hunt.
No, it's not. Where is he? Give up. Okay. What foods are considered an abomination of the birds and the sea animals?
Webbed food,
Say again?
webbed birds.
Okay. What birds?
You said sea animals as well?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about that, the scales and the fins.
What you say, man? Oh, ain't crab. You know, I thought you said. I thought you said shrimp is cockroaches.
They told you.
They are the
They should have told you.
Say again?
The crab, yeah.
Yeah, you cannot eat because they
No.
are
Swordfish?
They don't have
Oh, in a hollow.
yeah.
Okay.
They don't have the scales and the fins. Yeah. That means most of the time they eat from the bottom. They eat trash.
Yeah. And also the scale helps prevent parasites.
Of what?
Okay, so we're gonna look up, first of all, we're gonna look up, what is an abomination that we understand as being an abomination?
Something horrible.
It's like the Most High, that's like the last thing you want to do.
The worst of the
Unacceptable.
worst, yeah.
Yeah. Can I get, thank y'all for that. So, shakets, or shakats is the older word, right? Older Hebrew word, original word. H8263. We'll see exactly what is abomination. The abomination. Yeah, I didn't know y'all gonna have homework today, did you?
You said for abomination?
Abomination.
That's not what I see.
Shakets?
No, it's Toiba.
Toiba.
Yeah, Taliba, shakets. There's I think there's multiple ones.
No, it's just one. You're wrong. It's a joke. I'm just playing.
The root word, the primitive root, with the tawab is where it comes from. The ta'ab, which was
85, 81.
Yeah, 85, 81.
Again, we just, I was doing
Disgusting
it may have
thing,
been weird.
abomination, and abomination.
Yeah,
This happened.
that's the verb, yeah.
Okay, I want to make
Oh,
sure
I put
that I put it.
Yeah.
82 instead of
I'm like, I did a copy paste. I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay.
Like,
Like, how in the world? Yeah, no, it's okay. I just remembered that word because it kept on being repeated before when we were in the other regime.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah. That was just, that's
No, it's over and over again.
You don't want to be Toiba.
You don't want to be Toiba.
No.
If you go in the Strong's Concordance in Leviticus 11, chapter 11, verse 12, you'll see the one he's talking about. And it says shakets. Filth.
So 82,
82,
62.
63.
No, but the root word is 62.
Oh, 62 is the root, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You gotta go to the
This
root
one?
word.
It won't
It
come up on yours?
doesn't come up on mine.
What's that? Which one?
You have to go to a different
H82.
I'm in
Yeah,
Strong.
it's on the-
But if you go to
Are you a blue
62
letter or no?
is the actual word.
Yeah, he said filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all right.
Yeah,
What about the body slam?
It's good because now we understand why we need multiple ways of looking at sources.
Which app were you using? Were you using Strong's or Blue Letter?
I'm on Blue Letter.
Oh, okay.
For me, on Blue Letter is Tehilliym.
Yeah, and the Strong's says Sheket.
It does? Okay.
Yeah. So, I'll go ahead and get it. So, it's filth, and idolatrous object, figuratively, right? Or abhorrent, detestable thing. So, and it's, an abomination is something that's detestable. It's filthy, right? And figuratively, idolatrous.
Yep.
Right? You get Strong's?
No, I had a Blue Letter.
Blue Letter?
But it's on, so what was it, the Blue Letter for?
You know what it is? You know, it's Tehilliym. Well, for abomination, the only reason why I think it pops up immediately as Tehilliym is because it's the rule of first mention. Because when you first see the word abomination in Genesis, it's Tehilliym.
When Genesis is an abomination for the Egyptians.
Yeah.
But even I look at
Yeah, if you go straight to the verse, it's Sheket.
Yeah, if you go straight to the verse and look at the verse and click on it, it says Sheket. But I think the reason why you will, so I can see why you pull that from that verse. But I think that the word abomination, the reason why we say Tehilliym is because of the rule of first mention, because that's where.
So that's why there's more than, that's why
Yeah.
there's more than one way to
Check it out. Yep. You're right. I mean, it is there.
It is.
And normally you're supposed to be able to search it and then baby. But I'm glad all of us had the same issue. But now it ain't like, oh, it's just my phone. It's my app. You know what I'm saying?
All of us have
It's all
the
over.
same issue.
I'm glad y'all have trust in me to know that I ain't going crazy.
Thank y'all. I mean, we ain't saying that you ain't crazy, but you ain't going.
Not that crazy.
Alright, so we got some understanding. Alright, let me get Leviticus 11, 9 through 19. Let's see. You want to read? Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking about
Leviticus 9, Leviticus 11, 9 through 19.
Come.
Ye shall eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever has fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, in the rivers, thou shalt eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas, and in the rivers, of all that moves in the waters, and any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcasses in abomination. Whatsoever has no fins, no scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. And these that are which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls, they shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagles, the ostrich, the osprey, the vulture, the kit after his kind, every raven after his kind, the owl, the nighthawk, the cuckoo, the hawk after his kind, and the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the swan, the pelican, and the jet eagle, and the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing, and the bat.
That's like
That's it. That was 19.
Alright.
Now, Mike, you want me to continue to 20?
No, sir, that's good. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. why would we assume that all these animals listed are, versus being unclean, are an abomination? Based off of what we understand as being detestable and just a horrible thing, right? Why would these particular animals listed be considered an abomination? Anyone back there?
Repeat the question.
All right. Why would any of the animals listed from Leviticus 9 through 19, right, be considered an abomination versus just being an unclean animal?
Maybe because they attack things or because they, you know, I mean, that's what I would think.
Some of the animals, the birds they mentioned, we already see. They're the ones that clean up the garbage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, the roadkill,
Buzzards,
the rodents and all that, I think they're the ones who the scavengers, they pick up all the garbage. You know, a pelican will eat anything.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Rotted fish.
Pelican will eat anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Vultures, you see them hanging around, oh yeah.
Yeah, we was throwing squid in the air and them bad boys.
Yeah,
We was like, man.
And eagles will eat certain things too, attack
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, they eat snakes. Yeah, eagles eat all kinds of snakes and rodents, all kinds of like things that carry like serious disease,
Yeah. They can tear it up.
like immediate disease
Oh, yeah.
is
Point.
this type of stuff.
Never for the fish.
Yeah, and the fish that has all that poison inside of their body.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, the catfish,
That's
that's
a
bottom
delicacy.
pieces. They be eating all the garbage and everything.
Yeah. Right. You know, and when I lived in Japan, octopus is a delicacy, and so is squid.
Squid.
I like fried. I used to like fried
We used to
fried
love
squid. Fried squid is kind of
calamari,
bomb, but never
giving it
ate it.
fancy names and stuff. Yeah, we used to love calamari. Be like, ooh, let me get this.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Until you understand what you eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that changes everything.
Well, you know what makes it worse, to be honest with you? Like, you can look at a catfish and you can say, you can look at a catfish maybe that was here 100 years ago versus something that's here now, right? And we have all kinds of pollution in our oceans now. It's like beyond, in our rivers and everything, like we have like oil and, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even like normal
Different type of plastic.
things. It's not even like regular pollution. It's like plastic. Like you said, we have plastic in there. We have all kinds of disgusting. Like it's not even the things that would even be considered here, what we dealing with today. It's like a whole other level.
New chemicals that remain.
Yeah, a lot of fish actually have cancer.
Well, yeah. So, like you said, you don't eat your carburetor, do you? You don't eat your oil filter. You don't eat your air filter. That's what those animals are for the earth. They're cleaning the water. They're cleaning the earth. Even certain plants you don't eat because they're taking up the toxins. A good example that we all see day to day in our lives is that even trees that you can't eat the fruit of, like apple, pear, whatever. Sometimes that tree will get growth in the bark. Well, that bark is doing its job because it's taking whatever that toxin was that was in the soil, absorbing it, and storing it in the bark to where you can either chop down the tree or burn it later to where it won't poison the rest of the land. So everything that we see outside in the ecosystem, whether it be animal or plant, is doing a job to keep the earth clean.
Thank you. And so everything has a purpose, so nothing's supposed to be wasted life.
Is there a spiritual signification to it? Because we know that the Most High says those things are an abomination to us, like adultery and, you know what I mean? The abomination to the Most High, like we are doing those sinful things, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking there must be some kind of a sin in those animals. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, hold on to that. Hold on to that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Hold on to that. And I've got to tell you this too. as we're going through these, right, lock these in your mind as we go forward and into the rest of these questions and answers, right? Because we're gonna have a culmination at the end, and then so you can see this is the point right here, what's going on, okay? All right. All right. What happens if you touch the carcass of an unclean animal? You're gonna die. You're gonna die. No, you don't die. Oh, okay. You're considered unclean.
Until sundown.
Unclean.
Yeah.
We have to go through purification because, as we read before, if it's an unclean animal or unclean thing, it can be cleaned by purification.
To your question earlier.
Yeah.
Water.
I got you, sis.
They wash themselves with water.
So that's pretty straightforward right there.
Yeah, I mean they use herbs and stuff, but just for your regular cleansing
You know that there was
purposes.
things,
Yeah, you know, I'm sure they put a little frankincense, a little, you know,
There you
things
go,
that they didn't clean up.
I mean, hey.
These are shots right
How do you
now.
make?
Do not listen to this man. White vinegar is the.
You can clean
Everything with vinegar.
Thank you.
You can clean everything.
I'm about to rename
Your
you
house
out.
goes
With,
smell like
with baking soda, you mix it, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's not toxic.
Perfect.
Susanna, when she was taking her bath, they talked about, she asked her survey girls to get her a wash ball.
Yeah.
And I assume that's like for exfoliation, because thinking about back then, that
Give her a
it's a
mic.
step above just rinsing yourself off with water
Yeah.
and actually smelling better than not washing at all. And in Esther, later on, they had a purification process. So from the top, from Susanna?
Yeah.
Okay. In the book of Susanna, she had asked her servant ladies for a wash ball so that she could wash herself. And I'm assuming, because I didn't find anything deeper in it, I'm assuming that's just, you know, kind of like a loofah, but there wasn't a mention of soap. I don't recall a mention of oils. I don't have it right in front of me, but anyway, there's that. And then also, they had, in Esther, they had a purification process for all the women where she had, there were oils and stuff involved to wash themselves with. Mind you, they're getting ready for the king who has a lot of money to spend on getting his one wife and future concubines ready for, to see him.
Yeah.
Not everybody had access to all that, I'm assuming, right? But just kind of a look into how they might have lived back then.
I think that's perfect. And we started looking at other cultures like Chinese, Japanese, whatever. They take milk baths also. So this little extra for y'all. Little cute moment for y'all. Milk bath. Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, look. Alright, we're gonna hit one more time. The split clothing hood, right? So it's showing you exactly what you're looking at, right? So I'll repeat myself. The two-toe structure spreads out, providing better balance, agility, and traction on uneven, rocky, or muddy terrain. Single unsplit hooves, for example, horses and zebras. The single toe design acts as a shock absorber, allowing for sustained, fast, and efficient movement in straight lines over flat, open grasslands. Right? So that's another difference between the split thugs.
Not related.
Just so y'all. Just so you.
I knew it was coming.
Not zebra meat.
No, zebras.
Like a horse,
They eat
man.
a horse.
Yeah.
Nah,
They eat it in Germany.
Single,
though.
unsplit cubs. For example, horses
They
and
eat
zebras.
horses. Ooh, I don't want no pony.
What are the creepy things mentioned in Leviticus that are unclean?
Weasels.
Weasel.
Weasels.
Weasel?
Yeah, creepy. Those types of bugs too, right? Like different things that crawl.
Cockroach?
Snails.
A snail?
Now, some delicacy in certain places.
I like to eat worms.
Roly
How
polies.
about frog legs?
Like you get urchin.
Oh, that's a frog.
How about frogs?
Frog eggs.
Frog legs.
Frog legs.
No, it's not clean.
Yeah.
Run in your ear.
You probably eat
That is the
frog.
testament
That's
to
like
my
frog.
ears.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's go to it.
Frog.
Leviticus
No, that's
11, 29 through 38.
We almost there. Yeah. We almost there.
Leviticus chapter 11, verse 29 through 38. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel, and the mouse, and the tortoise after his kind, and the ferret, and the chameleon, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever doth touch them, when they be dead, shall be unclean until the even. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, doth fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or raiment, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the even, so it shall be cleansed.
And there we go back to putting it in the water, right? So, we don't have to really go too far into this. If one of these little vermin get into any of your stuff now, you don't have to look in the scripture to see if that's unclean. So I ain't gonna hold y'all with that one.
You better watch that pot.
Yeah.
Watch that pot till all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Soak it all the way to the end.
Put some bleach in that bad boy.
Yeah. Soak it.
Alright.
Just get rid of everything that 0.01%
Alright. If a clean animal dies, is it still safe to eat?
No.
they're getting rid of 33.
No, it is not. Okay. Tell us why not, and then you're gonna read the verse.
If it dies of itself,
Yes. Yes.
because that's kind of, specific to dying of itself, or, not knowing why it's dying.
Well, if you didn't
If you didn't kill it.
kill it, yeah.
You can kill it, you can't eat it.
Because it can be full of diseases, you don't know how far along it is on the process. Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't killed by human
A lot.
hands.
Yeah.
How do we know it was killed with human hands?
I
If the road killed it, they put it in the
You don't know how the animal was killed, anything. Somebody could have poisoned your animal. There's a lot to it, right? So the rule of thumb, do not eat that.
Like, don't eat something that's already dead like that.
For example, quick example, if you go to a restaurant, right, by yourself, you order this very nice meal, and you gotta use the bathroom, and you leave your meal sitting on the table. Is it a good idea to come back and finish eating that meal?
Not if it's alone.
Yeah, if you have people with it, no.
Yeah. Same principle
Cover
applies.
it, put it in a.
Do something.
Yeah, because that's your food, right? And you don't know, they could have done nothing to it, right? But you've been away from it.
9 times out of
There's
10
a story. You know, in France and in Germany too, they have those bars and they have like peanuts.
Yeah.
Right, those stuff of peanuts or whatever. And of course, they analyzed them or whatever, and they said that is the worst. Like there's like pee stain and all kinds of stuff in the
Yeah, because you don't be washing their hands.
Yeah,
They just be
yeah,
digging in
because
them
people,
peanuts.
people don't wash their hands and they go in there. Yeah, they say that's the most horrible stuff to.
That's why I stopped eating them at that place.
You don't eat, yeah.
Oh,
What's
that
the place? You know what I'm
Five
talking about?
Guys?
It's one of them steak joints.
Oh, they have it
Yeah.
here.
Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Texas Roadhouse. They bring them, have all the peanuts and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know
And they be
that.
all over the floor and
This is
stuff.
low,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah, you can walk on
Yeah, it's still just crunching on
It's
them.
just
That's not a fight against Texas.
Yeah.
We are just observing that the fact that people say they're nasty hands and
Yes.
People don't use soap like they supposed to.
They don't wash the bowls or
spit
nothing.
on the ground. So.
Yeah.
already know.
But it's fun though. All right.
Rob sounds traumatized. He's like, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get Ayana to read Leviticus.
He didn't read the 38.
He didn't get to 38.
He stopped at 33.
Yeah, you were just
Stop at 38.
unless you was just like, because you said, you was like,
I was paying
all right,
attention.
we're
We was
done.
gonna have a
No, that was passion. That was
No, I
passion.
told him to keep it. He tried to give me back. I said, no.
No, that's what happened.
Because you literally said, all right, y'all can read on down.
Yeah,
After
my son's short, yeah, we're gonna have a
Oh my
We're
God.
going to talk about this offline.
Verse 33. And every earthen vessel whereinto any of them falleth, whatsoever is in it shall be unclean, and ye shall break it. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh, shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean. And everything whereupon any part of their carcass falleth shall be unclean, whether it be over or ranges or 4 pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, and shall be unclean unto you. Nevertheless, a fountain or pit wherein there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which toucheth their carcass shall be unclean. And if any part of their carcass fall upon any sowing seed which is to be sown, it shall be clean. But if any water be put upon the seed, and if any part of their carcass fall thereon, it shall be unclean unto you.
That makes a lot of sense. Thank you, nephew. I appreciate that.
You want to just read, go straight into it?
Yeah, go straight into it.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Literally.
Verse 39.
39 through 47. And I'm trying not to interrupt you.
And if any beast of which ye may eat die, he that touches the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the evening. And he that eats of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. He also that bears the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. And every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth shall be an abomination, it shall not be eaten. Whatsoever goes upon the belly, and whatsoever goes upon all 4, or whatsoever has more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination. Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creeps, neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby. For I am Yahuwah Elohim. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creeps upon the earth. For I am Yahuwah that brings you up out of the land of Mitzrayim to be your Elohim. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. This is the Torah of the beast, and of the fowl, and of every living creature that moves in the waters, and of every creature that creeps upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
After your commentary, then just go to the last verse.
straightforward also. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flash through a couple slides, right? And that we may or may not talk about as a mishpachah afterwards. And then we get some verses that tie it all together. Okay? All right. So the first slide. Oh, look at that. Chickens are natural scavengers. Okay. Okay. Yes, wild turkeys, although they are omnivores, they're not alligator scavengers, but scavengers nonetheless. All right.
Why you go so fast?
Because he's gonna want to talk about it afterwards.
Oh.
Yeah,
All right,
Oh.
yeah. For the Sisters of Thunder later.
Talk to yourself.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna need 3 readers, right? One for Isaiah 65, 3 through 5. All right. I'm gonna get Haggai. I'll just put them on here.
Yeah.
That's Amaziah King's wife you're talking about here, Sisters of Thunder.
I know.
That's good teachings at home.
I can hear it.
You can hear it right now.
All right, let me get Haggai. Martha, would you like to read Haggai?
Sure.
And let's see, would you like to get Malachi?
3, 17, and then 4, we get all.
Real close.
Who got Isaiah 65?
I do. Isaiah 65, 3 to 5. A people that provoke me to anger continually. A people that provoke me to anger continually to my face, that sacrifice in gardens and burn incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things is in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near to me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burns all the day.
Okay, so these are a fire in his nostrils and a fire that burns all day. Right? These abominable things, like that he compared to what we just got to looking at in Leviticus in the Levitical law, right? Dietary law. So this is the prophet saying this. So now it's not a fire in his nostrils now? It's because it's all clean now, right? I think not. Haggai 2, 10 to 14.
Yes. In the 24th day of the 9th month, in the 2nd year of Dari Yavesh, came the word of Yahuwah by Haggai, the prophet, saying, Thus says Yahuwah, Sabaoth, ask now the priest concerning the Torah, saying, If one bear holy flesh in the skirt of his garment, and when his skirt do not touch bread, or pottage, or wine, or oil, or any meat, shall it be holy? And the priest answered and said, No. Then said Haggai, If one that is unclean by a dead body touch any of these, shall it be unclean? And the priest answered and said, It shall be unclean. Then answered Haggai and said, So is this people, and so is this nation before you, says Yahuwah. And so is every work of their hands, and that which they offer there is unclean.
Thank you. And to answer this question earlier, is there a deeper meaning? Yes. So we're looking at the dietary laws, right? So in essence, what's going on is, as a people, we have to feel, touch, taste something, and understand what's going on. So when the Most High is saying, "Hey, this is unclean to me. This is an abominable thing to me," they have a physical reaction. They say, "Oh, unclean." When we talk about the swine, oh, we ain't supposed to eat that. these are things that they can remember because these are things that they're not supposed to eat. So when he's talking about the spirit, they should be able to connect what's going on with the spirit to the physical thing. Okay, so that's where we're walking into the Ruach, and as we walk into the Ruach, we're gonna get to Malachi.
All right, we got Malachi 3:17 to 18. All right. And they shall be mine. I'm just going to read it as it is after I change it. Yep. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts. In that day, when I make up the jewels, and I will spare them, as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God and him that serveth him not.
Okay, so we're going to discern between the righteous and the wicked. You're not going to understand how to discern between the righteous and the wicked if you can't even discern between what kind of food you eat and what kind of food you don't eat. Right? Okay. Go ahead, bro.
For chapter 4.
Yep.
For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts. Remember ye that the law of Moses, my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel with the statutes and judgments. Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
So did he just tell us to remember the law of Moses before the coming of this great and dreadful day?
I mean,
I think there's a conflict of interest here. Like, what are they learning?
I thought you ain't that none of this matters all the way up until the coming of the. I'm just saying, ain't no way you gonna read something like this. Ain't no way. Whoo, if there's another scripture, they ain't. All right.
Well, that's the last one, because they said, remember, they said that's the last one of the Old Testament, right?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna touch Maccabees, but if it's the last thing you see.
And the preachers love Malachi for
they
what?
love Malachi
For what?
the tithe.
For the tithe. That's what I'm about to say.
The storehouse.
That's all they matter.
Save all your treasures.
Will a man rob God?
Will a man rob God?
Knowing what the law, knowing the
Yes.
that's the thing, knowing the Levitical law, like knowing what that all was for.
Yeah.
In the storehouse and all those things like that, like what the purpose was. We can't just walk in churches and be like, can I get a can of greens or whatever?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Can you feed my family?
No.
Yeah. Man.
They have food banks. Why the food bank ain't the church? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, the church is a bank.
Is a bank.
Okay, so we're gonna close this last verse.
This last verse.
Go ahead and get that last verse. We're gonna go ahead and get that last verse and we're gonna start.
And the last verse, and this is really it, you know what I'm saying? Like verse 6, it says that he shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to the fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with the curse.
And so with that, we're gonna close.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. All right. Fear Elohim.
And guard his commandments with this the whole man. For Elohim shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. By the way, I got something for that. Whenever y'all get a chance, a good second witness of this just came with Luke 8. Luke 8, like 17, whenever y'all get a chance. It's crazy how that came from. So,
To Malachi 4?
to Ecclesiastes 12, 13, 14 specifically.
You
Yeah.
said to
Luke 8, 17.
Okay.
But here is the patience of the Koshim. Here are they that guard the commandments of Yahuwah and the belief of Yahusha.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Excellent job, my brother.
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah, that's a good one, Amazon.
It's crazy.
That's a good one.
That's crazy, isn't it? I mean, who would have known that was there? You know what I'm saying?
Man, it says take